When does adult protective services involve law enforcement? Have you ever wondered how Adult Protective Services, or APS, works with law enforcement when it comes to elder abuse? It's a vital connection that ensures the safety of vulnerable adults. Let's break down the circumstances when APS gets law enforcement involved. First, APS is a government agency that investigates reports of abuse, neglect, exploitation, or self-neglect involving vulnerable adults, including elders. Their main goal is to protect these individuals while respecting their right to make choices. However, there are specific situations where law enforcement must step in. One key reason is when there is evidence or suspicion of criminal conduct. If APS caseworkers discover signs of physical or sexual abuse or financial exploitation during their investigation, they are required to report these findings to law enforcement. This step is essential for allowing criminal investigations to proceed properly. Another important circumstance is when a vulnerable adult is in imminent danger or facing serious harm. For example, if a caseworker finds someone in a situation of ongoing physical violence or severe neglect, they must coordinate with law enforcement to ensure the adult's safety. Quick action is necessary to protect the individual's life and health. Additionally, mandatory reporting laws play a role. Certain professionals, including APS workers, are legally obligated to report suspected abuse or neglect to law enforcement. These laws can vary by state but generally requiring reporting mistreatment that constitutes a crime. It's also important to note that APS does not have law enforcement powers. They cannot make arrests or prosecute individuals. Therefore, when criminal acts are suspected, APS refers the matter to police or other law enforcement agencies who have the authority to investigate and take legal action. Collaboration is another aspect of how APS and law enforcement work together. They often join forces to protect vulnerable adults. Law enforcement can assist APS in gaining access to a victim, removing them from a dangerous environment, or gathering evidence for prosecution. From the perspective of elder law, APS involvement with law enforcement is critical, especially in cases of elder abuse or exploitation affecting an individual's assets or legal rights. Financial exploitation, such as unauthorized use of an elder's funds, often requires law enforcement investigation to recover assets and hold perpetrators accountable. In summary, APS involves law enforcement when criminal abuse, neglect, or exploitation is suspected or confirmed. This cooperation is vital for protecting vulnerable adults' safety and legal rights, ensuring their estates and financial interests are safeguarded.